But who's the best team in the NFL this year? The Bucs just got cracked by Washington yesterday. Then again, it's a crazy league. I mean, Baltimore just lost to Miami. New England killed Cleveland yesterday. Not that Cleveland's great, and New England is starting to be pretty good again. But where's this season headed in your mind?
I think it's headed to the Rams, and got it. If you watch it yesterday, you got somehow, some way, Belichick he's going to get in the playoffs. I mean, and that kid from Alabama, I believe that he's from Alabama, right? The quarterback.
Oh yeah, Mac Jones.
Yeah, he is just playing lights out. I mean, of all the guys that came in this year, I mean, I just think there's some really good football being played by some really good teams. And if guys are healthy, I know health has so much to do, I mean, with the outcome of the season. And that Cleveland, if they have Nick Chubb and the other kid, they're going to play a lot better. But when both of your two best,
but they better start, Nate. They're only 500 now. There's like so many teams in the AFC at 5 wins and 6 wins. If Tennessee hadn't got Derrick Henry hurt, and I know there's a question whether he'll be back, I would actually have made them the favorite in the AFC. But I think the AFC is totally up for grabs. I do know Pittsburgh won't win it. That's one thing I'm fairly confident in. I think Baltimore.
AFC, you got to go with Baltimore. They're going to be okay. They're going to be okay.
Just took the words. I think Lamar Jackson's the MVP right now. How about you?
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, yesterday, just Mahomes had a phenomenal day. I guess 400 and some yards, 5 TDs. But day in and day out this year, Lamar has been the man. I'm fairly good friends with John. I text John all the time, and once again, if I know somebody on the team, I'm obviously going to pull for him. I've never met Lamar Jackson, but when he was at Louisville, I didn't miss a game he played in. It was like when Michael Vick was at
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. I mean, when I saw him that game against Florida State, I never saw anything like it in my life. I said, "Who is this kid?" You don't hear of him at some of these smaller schools until they're on the national screen in a big game. And sorry, go ahead.
Do you know who John Harbaugh's college roommate was?
Yeah, Brian Pillman.
I met John Harbaugh once, and I introduced myself.
John was at Jim's recruiting party as well, and John walked up and told me that story. Yeah,
I met him one time, and I identified myself as a friend of Brian, and I go, "You were his roommate," and I say, "Oh, the things you must have seen."
Yeah, Brian was a pretty quiet kid till he got into business. When he walked in that door at WCW, Brian was just a nice kid. I mean, this business is unlike any other business because of the fact you never have there's no time off. Even today, the kids are going 4 days on, 3 days off, if that's their schedule. And if you think about it, you get home, you're so tired, you sleep the first day, right? If you're normal. Me, I'd probably go out, change clothes. No, that was me. But because I have a hard time sitting still to this day. But 4 days on, you come home, you get a day. For the girls, they have to go get their manicures, their hair done, boom, and the next day they're packing and they're out again. So, it's a very tough schedule this day. And that's why these people, that it's not like as rampant as it was, but it's so easy to form these bad habits, social habits, because of the extent of travel and the difficulty. I mean, they've made it clear to me. Last couple of times I went to Europe with the company, I wanted to kill myself. There's no, you'd work the event, then you fly, you land at 4 o'clock in the morning the next time. There's no hotel parties like we used to have. So they've learned their lesson. We don't do well in the hotels in Europe. By that, I mean, people miss bus rides.